Hi there, welcome to Carcassonne with Utze. In this video series, I'm going to take a look at several games from this year's MSO Grand Prix. I'll try to keep it short and concise, but I might also blather on, ramble a lot, and harp on about specific moves. Any feedback is welcome, of course. Enjoy! So let's start with one of my games, Qualifier 1, Round 1 versus Learn to Fly from Belgium. Standard opening move, of course, preventing any chance of an easy 4-point loop. Blue follows suit, opening city. I try to restrict the city. Piece c4 gets discarded, which is bad news for the starting player, so me in this case. Blue continues the road. Yellow attacks blue city, but blue can easily defend with the perfect tile. Going on the scoreboard for 8 points. Yellow starts a new city. Blue now attacks the 8-point loop road. Yellow obstructs blue's road. Blue starts a new city. I would have chosen the other orientation because an attack by yellow from the left is rather unlikely, because it would also endanger the city on the left. Think of a cow over here, for example. Yellow takes 2 points. Blue continues with road building, which is effectively a 0-point move. I would have put the curve over here. So you could close your road with a crossroad while also starting a 4-point loop. And this way you'd also prevent any attacking options from here. Yellow proceeds with monastery building while also creating a new city. Blue now could of course go over here to finish their road while also creating a huge field. But given that they are slightly ahead in this game, I think it's rather wise to put the monastery over here and restrict yellow quite a bit. Maybe even being able to create a mini battle or 2-to-1 meeples and -1 point in the end. Yellow now could of course continue with monastery building, but a nice restriction of blue's easy city at the bottom is also in order. Blue of course now creates a big city, or maybe rather a ruin in the end. Yellow finishes another city while also meepling a road, given that a road end is already there. This move by blue I don't really like, because now you have 2 attacking options, which is not a problem per se, because blue could take 1 if yellow attacks. But if yellow attacks over here, or if blue re-attacks over there, that would also very likely create a 3rd attacking option, which could lead to a shared city or ruin. Whilst if you were to place the cow this way, there would only be 2 attacking options. And blue would be more likely to win the city or ruin battle in the end. Yellow with a dubious move? I don't know, because the other options over here aren't really prime monastery spots. So maybe limiting blue city or ruin a bit might be okay, but you are entering a losing mini battle, so I don't think this move is top notch. But I don't see any great alternatives either. So let's see how this works out for both of them. I guess we'll see immediately, because blue now has the option to attach a Dorito to their city, maybe like so, and baiting yellow into attacking and then obstructing this square to win a 2-to-1 mini battle, of course. But blue opts to go the ruin route, because this way it's rather unlikely yellow will attack over here, given this could be easily blocked, like so, for example. But I'm not a fan of blue's move here, because you could also turn the Dorito this way, which would lead exactly to the same options for yellow and the same restriction, and then again a winning mini battle. But it would also threaten the closure of the city, because why not get another Dorito over here and maybe something over there? It's not really that easy to attack, so I think this is quite a bit of wasted equity. Yellow just starts a new city, doesn't care. Blue continues the road and takes a nice field which has a lot of green squares. But given yellow has no meeples currently, I'm not sure this move was necessary right now. Also, you endanger your road because it could be restricted over here, maybe even killed. Yellow, of course, takes one of their meeples back, has to leave the city cap in the open due to insufficient meeples in hand. And blue just proceeds with monastery building, not meepling the monastery because they only have one meeple in hand due to this maybe premature field meeple. Yellow takes another city, of course, so the prospects for blue's field look quite good. They manage to advance it to the top. Blue closes their road, of course. Yellow is likely to just restrict the field, take a few points. Blue now will take the 8-point loop road together with yellow, not meepling a field, of course, because there's just one city on it. Can wait for later. Yellow takes another city. Why not? Stander is the best tile to do so. Blue now has a Dorito, which they could use to extend their ruin, but why do so if you don't have any intention of completing it? So they could put the Dorito over here or there to try to extend their field later on, if yellow continues their road or if they get a monastery, for example. But instead, they take another field, which at least has more or less 3 cities on it. Although this one on the right maybe doesn't work out that well in the long run. I'm not a fan of this move, because if you intend to create a large field, then why not go over here? And if you don't, if you'd rather create 2 fields for yourself, then put the Dorito over here. Create barrier with shared cities for both fields, which score double. But this way I'm not really a fan. Yellow just finishes their city for 8 points. Extends their lead on the scoreboard, but given blue's fields, the score is more or less tied with a slight advantage for blue, I guess, due to the ruin. So Learn to Fly gets a Dorito, might close the city on the left and meeple the field, because they seem to be farm happy. They are. I'm not sure putting 3 meeples on 6 points farms is the way to go strategically, because which farm to expand? The one on the left, the one on the top, the one in the middle? I guess so. Still, putting cities over here is nice, but this one will be stuck with 6 points, and I'm not sure this is a wise choice. Yellow gets a city cap and is likely to proceed with their monastery. Luna with an extender. Normally great tile, but in this case there are only inferior options, like creating city which needs a lot of work to be closed, and city over here which would be really nice, but risks getting blocked at the top immediately. Not immediately with 2 moves, okay. Extending your ruin for 2 points. Not really great choices. Also with only 2 meeples in hand. We don't like to see one being blocked. So I guess they just extend their ruin. Yellow now has closes their city. So blue gets a city cap. Why not put it over here? Wait for one of the other 3 vanillas, or even better, the splitter to put over here. Take 4 points plus 6 points for the fields. Looks to me like that would be a good option. But blue puts it on their left field and restricts yellow's city, which is an okay move, of course. But I still don't like it because of the strategic implications I talked about a few seconds ago. Yellow gets a pretty nice road monastery, equalizing blues here. And now blue gets the splitter, which would have been perfectly placed over here. But, well, it's just another 4 points and another new city for them, which is, of course, great news for this field. But I guess yellow will attack it sometime soon. Maybe not now, because if you'd go over here, would be rather easily restricted, even if it would still be a 75% chance. Yellow will just take their monastery meeple back, because yellow leads this game at the moment with 4, 5, 8 points for yellow, which is equalized by this ruin, and then some. There are 9 points for blue over here, 6 points here, 6 points there, which is 21, which equalizes the scoreboard lead by yellow. But yellow has 2 meeples more in hand than blue. But then blue gets the next splitter, takes another 4 points and another new city, while also restricting yellow's city to more or less the vanilla and maybe field Dorito. And yellow gets the vanilla just in time. Threatens to close their city while also attacking. But I guess blue will obstruct yellow. Question just is from the left or the right, and because of the dagger asymmetry, it's from the left, of course. But yellow defends to leave 3 pieces for here. But their possible field attack is thwarted immediately. Blue just takes 3 points, while also making it more likely for yellow to attack over here. And they very likely will do so immediately, while also obstructing blue's city. Blue now gets a Dorito, which could be used over here to try a city with still 4 Doritos after this one out there, and maybe even a cow and then a city cap. But given it's their last meeple, they won't use this piece over there. Too risky getting stuck there. So I guess they'll just extend their field while also creating another part of the barrier over here. And that move I do like. Yellow now just extends the monastery. Blue takes another 3 points. And also creating blocking options on yellow's field connection route. Yellow now has a Dorito which could be used to attack blue's ruin over here or over there. But given that this option would be quite susceptible to a block from here, for example, I think what yellow should do is put the Dorito over here to create another field attacking option as well as a blocking option on blue's city meeple. Blue now could of course end this short road over here to attack yellow's city meeple and prevent any field attack from the left. But instead they opt for this move, which I don't really get because it more or less helps yellow to protect the connection square. Yellow kills blue city meeple because there's no left-handed dagger left. And now blue creates a platform to harass yellow's city meeple, but yellow will defend easily, even though restricting their city to only 2 tiles. Blue now gets a cow and could totally separate their 2 fields from another. Else there are no really great options. Maybe prevent yellow from getting an easy city meeple back. But blue just extends the ruin, which I don't really like. The ruin is worth 10 points, and 10 points are quite a lot in this situation. So why create an option for yellow to attack over here? There's still 4 tiles to connect. Actually, no need to open up your ruin again. Yellow now connects to blue's field, of course. It's now equal. So blue's scoring lead shrinks by 6 points. And blue gets another cow, likely extending their ruin again and fixing their mistake from the last move. Yellow with a straight could, of course, always add 1 point to their monastery, but better move is likely to go over here to create another attacking option on blue's ruin. And yellow takes this move, but blue immediately defends. And yellow now just finishes their city, keeping the second meeple in hand to maybe attack the field again from here, for example, but this square, this ninja attack is rather iffy because of still 3 crossroads available. You now could put the vanilla here and meeple the city, which would be worth 12 points, 6 for the fields and 6 in itself if completed. But the problem are these 2 Doritos which are still available. Put the road Dorito like so to restrict this field over here. Or of course, road. It's rather easily obstructed, so maybe just leaving the city open might be an option and flipping for a 50-50 to close it, but it's not even a 50-50 because it's yellow's turn. Then there's also the option of just adding 1 point to your ruin and getting a second meeple back, which would have a huge value compared to yellow's third meeple. Else you could of course go over here and attack the field with one of these 2 daggers still available. And of course you could just create another city over here, which would be rather easily closed with still 4 city caps, so a lot of 10 tiles. So let's see which option blue chose. Take a second meeple. Guess that's okay. Let's take stock. Blue has minus 15 points on the scoreboard, so that's 15 for yellow. Blue has 2 fields at the top, which equalize the scoreboard. Yellow has 3, 4, 9 points elsewhere on the board. And blue has their ruin for 14 points. So if I haven't miscounted, blue is ahead 5 points. Which means yellow should just score. The question is, do you go over here and meeple the new road, of course, trying to connect blue's fields for 3 points? Or do you just take a road over here for 4 points? Given the still available 2 crossroads, the move on the left might be the better one, as you don't really want to see blue getting any quick points. Let's see what yellow did. I'll take the road on the right. Yeah, I'm not sure this is the better move. If blue just had opened a new city, it would be closed now, but they didn't. So now it's quite tricky to place this dagger. They could again take over here. There are still 2 tiles available. This time a starting tile and a butterfly for square on the right. And given they are now 1 point ahead, but 1 meeple down, I guess this might be quite a nice move, because they could also then take the road or the city, both with a nice upside. So this is one option. The other option would be to go over here and restrict yellow's option of connecting these squares to a 50-50, because now the curve would also fit. Else you could go over here, just put another city cap on your field, but If you close it, you leave an attacking option behind, but it would just be a 9-point field. So I'd pick, first of all, this option, then the field, then the city cap on my field option, and the blocking move would be my third choice. Let's see what blue did. Blue made the blocking move, and yellow lucked out, immediately getting the connection tile while also threatening another city without a field attack, of course, because now blue has 2 meeples on this 12-point field. But blue gets the perfect defense now. Put the Dorito over here, and then there's no tile left for this square, and yellow's meeple is dead. But blue meeples this Dorito, and that's just abysmal, because there's no piece available to connect these two meeples, and therefore it's a losing mini battle for blue, even if they might add a few tiles over here. So that move alone might have cost blue the game. Yellow could now take the road at the bottom for 6 points, but given that this would leave an empty city cap behind, just closing your city while also meepling a 3-point field might be the way to go. And now yellow is ahead, not by much, but by enough points. Blue now could take the nuclear option again, because if they put the extender there and meeple the field, only be one dagger available, and we already see that it's in yellow's hands. Else, of course, just extending your ruin, but if you want to win, I guess you have to risk the field attack. But they just go for a 6-point field, which doesn't do them good. I think now the game is over. It's 23 points for yellow on the scoreboard. Plus, what do we? 6 and 6, 12 points for the other features. While blue has a 12-point field and a 6-point field and dead meeples on ruins for 16 points. So blue has 34, but yellow has 35 points. Guess we more or less can skip over these last moves. Yellow just takes the road. And another one for an easy win. Yes. Dozen points or so. So blue's main problem, at least from my point of view, was taking the second field over here. There was no threat at all of yellow taking over or attacking your field at the bottom. Was maybe even too risky to take this field back when it only was these 2 cities. And then, of course, extending a 6-point field by more cities is a nice job, of course, but why do you pick the field that is easily attackable by yellow? We would have placed these 2 cities over here between your fields at the top, could have easily got more than these 30 points difference. because yellow wouldn't have these 6 on the shared field, and you would add at least 6, maybe even 12 points at the top. Also, the decision to create a ruin over here instead of threatening at least city completion, which might have been arduous, but still possible. Yeah, I think those moves were the difference in this game. So to sum up, blue could have won this game, but some strategic choices in the middle game severely restricted their chances. They weren't even forced to do those moves, so self-inflicted wounds, I guess? So that's it. Game 1 and qualifier run of the MSO is done for yzemaze. I have a hunch we will see him again. Until then, see you!